Hey guys, it's Tarkin coming at you, and we're back playing Minecraft again here over the wheat field. Probably just gonna be a shorter one today, you know, as we fly through the air for a period of time until we reach the temporary terminus of the field, where of course much wheat planting still remains to be done. Hey Poison, have you seen the wheat field before? It's Anyway, I'm a totally normal person. How are you doing? Hey, Light Holy. Nice to see ya. It's so crazy to think that I'm almost done with this phase of the field. I mean, like, sure, theoretically it will be done, but... Oh, water. Oh, Light Holy, this is, Here, let me just fly up real quick. So, this is... This is, This isn't a normal kind of project. Well, bye, Poison. Thanks for stopping by. So anyway, there's a lot more wheat even, like, in that direction that way, that you know, can't render in, because of the distance. So, like, I do agree that that water is good, but I have irrigated parts of the field that are where I get my seeds from and stuff. But this is just like, as I'm pushing outward, you know, it doesn't. I'm never going to pick this wheat. You know, this wheat's always going to remain. Q, you ask, when do I think I'll stop doing this? Well, the point is the plan, right? We'll fly up for cinematicness. So here, when we get to this river, that's the goal. This side doesn't have to be wheat. Up here, I made this staircase like in July of last year, like ages ago in Minecraft time for me. But so I cleared the top of this off because I was like, I'm gonna build something cool here, and I never did. I have a couple places like that in this world where I had a plan and then I just abandoned it. But anyway, once the wheat gets all the way there, we're going to build a temple of wheat. It'll be like probably like a Parthenon type of Greek inspired temple. Not least because I've never built anything like that before, and that's at least a form with which I'm relatively familiar, and that, you know, I think will probably look nice. And I like Greek stuff. But on the far side of Wheat Park, you know, we might plant the wheat there too. But so the thing is oh, and I was also thinking, like, I don't actually know. I need to figure out. I don't know if wheat bales, like when you get 9 wheat and put them into a block, if they burn or not. I need to find out. Because if they do burn, then I want to build like a Wicker Man sculpture, a wheat man, and then like for the dedication of the temple, we can burn the figurine, the statue of wheat, to break in the new wheat millennium. It is 12:04 a.m. Normally I'm winding down by now, but it's about to be my day off, so I usually stay up a little later. But it won't be a super long one today. Just wanted to get a little bit done. I tried to play this morning. The launcher was having problems. Oh, I got so mad. Oh, I got so mad. All I wanted to do was work on my hardcore river, and all I did was complain about it on the internet instead. You know, I could have found something else to do, but I mean, in another similar way, I'm still just me, so I was never going to find a productive way to deal with my disappointment. But the launcher's working now. Do I know how long I've spent on the world? I do not. So on the F3 screen, like it's just going to be like a very small amount of days. Yeah, like day 0, right? So when you do time set 0 with commands to make it like sunrise, it changes. Just that command like wipes away the information there. But maybe in statistics, there might be something like amount of mornings that we've seen or something. Time spent. Okay, here we go. Time with World Open. There is a stat in here. My bad. Yeah, time with World Open, 19.52 days. Time played, 16.88 days. So I guess a lot of that was like me paused or whatever. But the wheat stats, since we're doing them, so we have used 250,000 wheat seeds and mined them. When you hit wheat, that the game counts that as mining a wheat seed, just so you know. So almost 70,000 times. So the wheat field itself is probably about 180,000 blocks. But maybe not exactly, because a lot of it might just be like 130,000 or something, right? But this was, this was the world I learned to play Minecraft in. And there's all sorts of like fun little stuff left around in places from my silly little plans that never took off, or like my tree house that I made out of giant trees, or stuff like that. There's a lot of really cool stuff that I found here. My giant hole I dug in the middle of the ocean because there was a lush cave underneath it, and I thought that was really special. I didn't end up digging enough to make it look good. I don't know if you even could. Maybe if I dug out like a lot more. But now I only ever plant wheat here. Oh, I also had a bookshelf project. I was going to build like a secret great library thing. There's this whole like lore plan. I made like 7,000 bookshelves, I think. Yeah, 7,159 bookshelves. So yeah, like 7,000 bookshelves. I've got enough stuff for a lot more. I have like out by my treehouse made out of trees. I have a relatively large, not automated, just large sugarcane farm where you can get many thousands of sugarcane. And I would grow great spruce trees there and mine the sugarcane. And then, of course, you've probably already seen the Field of 1,000 Cows where I'm into my tools. But if you haven't, it's just what it sounds like. It's a Field of 1,000 Cows. It's probably only like 700 right now. I need to give them some wheat. Fortunately, I know where I can probably get some. But I like almost entirely drained an ocean monument, and like by hand, right? I didn't even know about like the torch underneath the sand for gravity for a good long while. So somewhere out there, a few thousand blocks away, there's an ocean monument where I put like a sand barrier like around the whole thing, right? And then like drained sand into it. And there's like a coral reef, and I was gonna, I like founded a village out there, and I was gonna build like a tunnel, and there were gonna be coral reef researchers. And then I started playing hardcore, and I stopped caring about this place, except for the wheat. Because while it would make more sense to build stuff here, given that I can't die, I like playing in my hardcore world more. I could turn on mobs here or whatever, but then I'd have to wear armor, and I wouldn't get to see my nice green shirt. And then also, I don't know if you guys know this about creepers, but they make holes in the ground, and it would make me very mad. They would stomp on things. What do I think about the friendly gas? Oh, I am so for it. I am excited. I'm going to get one, and we're going to name him Cornelius Vandergast, and we're going to be pals. And if they don't come with sick little steampunk goggles, we're going to find a way to make sure that he has them. And he's going to live up. I think they can live out in the wild, right? Out in the non-nether. And he's going to live up in the floating islands, and that'll give us impetus to do more up there. You say, isn't it harder to play Minecraft with your character like this? I would say it's not harder to mine wheat, right? So, to plant wheat. So right here, like, if I miss something when I'm going, it's harder to see, right? But here, you have much more field of view. I might be able to change a setting for more field of view. It depends. So, like, if I'm ever, like, placing blocks, or even, like, mining through a wall, if I'm, like, trying to do, like, 2x2 to walk through, then I go to first person. If I'm doing archery, obviously first person's better. When I am fighting a lot of mobs, though, like when I'm playing on hardcore, I'm almost always fighting in third person. I'll just swap over if there's like a miniature zombie, because they are a little tricky to get in third person the hits on. But I would say it actually makes it considerably easier to play against monsters. For one thing, like, now I can see if there's a creeper behind you, you can just run forward. You won't get hit by the explosion, because like this world was basically, like I said, I learned how to play here, but it was on peaceful. I didn't turn monsters on for a long time. I mean, this is all in the last year of time, but for a long Minecraft time for me. I started on normal, but it went badly, so I turned the monsters off so I could, figure out how the game worked without dying repeatedly. And but when I started playing hardcore, I noticed more and more, like, the visibility is what matters. If there's a skeleton, like, sort of behind you-ish, or if there's an Enderman whooping around and he's on you, you need to know, because an Enderman can kill you in 4 hits. And 3 arrows from a skeleton can kill you on hardcore, so you can't, before you have your armor and stuff, so you can't ever, like, not know your surroundings. Whereas for most people, I feel like a lot of people don't, like, play that much hardcore, but the vast bulk of my Minecraft play at this point has been on hardcore or peaceful, with basically nothing in between. I very rarely turn mobs on in this world. Basically, once I started playing on hardcore, I just turned them back off and never turned them on again. Because this world is, this is my reprieve. This is my peaceful area at the end of the universe, where it's just me and the wheat. This is not how to do it, by the way. The way to do it is in straight lines, and then you go backward over it. The way I'm doing it, like, all haphazard and all, that's like a joyous way to plant it, but here in lines is better. And also, so you're going backwards, you don't waste any, like, mouse motion or whatever. You'll miss one sometimes going forward, and non-irrigated, they will come unirrigated as you're traveling. That's another thing that third person is really good for, right? And for, like, vertical stuff like this. So now I definitively know, here's where the jumps are to go backwards, and this is considerably more efficient than moving side to side and strafing, just because of the way that, like, hitboxes for blocks work with your tools. Anyway, after planting a whole bunch of wheat, I still plant sideways like this right after talking about the right way to do it. Why? Because it feels better, even though it isn't. You really feel like you're planting, because there's more inputs, right? Instead of just holding down right click and then moving forward and back. I need to get foot pedals. I say this all the time. Just like a foot pedal for left click and a foot pedal for right click. And a foot pedal for muting the mic, or for push to talk on Discord. Hexity, you say, I deserve more viewers. Well, that's very nice of you to say. I already get so many more viewers than I ever thought would happen for me, so... Yeah, I do, yeah, like, sometimes in the Jar Chat streams, there's, like, dozens of people, but, I mean, like, even just anybody choosing to spend their time with me feels very cool, and I am grateful for that. It's like, it's really nice when a lot of people hear it, because I mean, of course it is, right? You know, if you're putting videos on the internet, it feels good when more people are watching them. But in a lot of ways, like, I enjoy my silly little Minecraft Wheat streams with just a couple of people, because I can read everything, right? And actually, like, talk to everybody and see what's up, and it's not like, it can be a little overwhelming when there's a whole lot of messages, you know, because it's like, what do I do? Do I play? Do I read? You know, what do I do? Because you don't want to be ignoring people or having them feel like they're being ignored, you know. But at a certain point of success, not not where I'm at, you know, but like a person just physically couldn't even like read most of what people were saying to them, which is just like such a vastly different experience of doing this than I have and that I roll with here. So, but it's like I joke about. It's like saying, "Oh, I don't know if I would want to be a pop star. You know, I don't like the traveling, but like I can't sing, so why would I even worry about the qualities of it?" But no, I thank you for the sentiment. But yeah, I think if I just keep on playing Geometry Dash, then everyone in the world will watch my streams. I'm really bad, but it doesn't matter. But you know, it's sometimes I don't want to play that game. Sometimes it's, you know, it makes you feel bad about yourself when you fail a lot and you want to take a break. I realized earlier whenever I was talking about the commands that the command line box is hidden entirely by my face on the screen. Here I'll wave my hand in front of my face. That'll let you know that I'm talking about the screen in front of my face. How useful. How useful. Yeah, Q, you say the Geometry Dash streams get a lot of views. Yeah, you know, they have a very enthusiastic community. Yeah, Hex, you're saying that maybe because Minecraft's a much bigger game. That definitely could be it. I think also, like, because as a function of what you point out there, like, you know, people probably have all the Minecraft YouTubers they think they want, right? But, like, I wouldn't consider myself, like, a Minecraft YouTuber, even though for a bit, like, basically the only videos I did, because I started my channel like 11 years ago, right? But I hadn't been doing very many videos for a while, and then like a year ago, I started picking up more, and Minecraft was basically the only thing I played for a while. But now I try to branch out more, and I've played a couple. I've played a lot of really wonderful games this year, actually, that had been recommended to me for a long time, and I put off for whatever reason. Like some games that I count among like my favorite games ever now. Like I played Hades for the first time, and it was an amazing experience. I played Celeste, and it's just mind-bendingly wonderful. It's just like the best platformer. I played Stardew Valley for the first time. It was really good. It's been a great year for me in gaming. And of course, you know, Minecraft, I hadn't played Minecraft until a year ago, well, 11 months. But if you had told me then that I would have a shockingly large wheat field and that I'd be alive on like day 450 in hardcore, I'd say, well, yeah, sure, whatever. I always believe in myself when it comes to video games. But there's, when we go and pan over the full field here in a second, I'll point out where it was, but a very long time ago, I thought, this is it. This is all the wheat that I'll ever need, right? You know, whatever else happens, this wheat thing, I said to myself, wrong. This is good. We've got it. It is sorted out. We can move on to new dreams. But, you know, I was wrong. I needed more. So much more. We're getting there. We are getting there. And then I need to make a river there. Fortunately, I'm super good at making rivers now, and it should be a cinch. Super good at making rivers now. I'm sure somewhere out there is a person with a machine that just makes a river for them. But you know, we all like to move at our own pace. I was talking with one of my friends about this project, and they were like, you can like get a program and hit some buttons and then it'll make all of it wheat for you. And I just like looked at him, this is like a friend in real life, and I was like, you don't get it. Why would I want a computer to plant my wheat for me? This is my field. Hello, Shadow. Sorry, your name was Green and the other person's name was Green, but yes, welcome to the stream, if you're still here. But, well, it's getting a little late here. I know I started it at midnight. You know, if they ever figure out what Mountain Dew is supposed to taste like, I hope they didn't tell me. I sure like it a lot, but I don't know what they're even going for. And maybe if I know what it's supposed to taste like, I won't like it so much anymore. The world can be like that sometimes. Very arbitrary, capricious. But, speaking of the world, I invite you to look at this one as we gaze upon the wheat field. Of course, we've been working on that section there, and then just a little bit of the tendril reaching out there, and then we can push in. Yeah, not too many more hours to go, huh? But of course, now it's time to pan out over the whole thing. That's a traditional ending to the video after all, so here we are, about to be at the center of it. It just makes me feel so proud of me. The golem's happily in the field. But you know, one day we'll have enough wheat. Maybe. Maybe. It's this side of the mountain that I'm proudest of. I know I say it all the time, but you don't appreciate how difficult it is until you do it yourself. But anyway, we might actually work on all of that, you know, for completion's sake. Or not. But all of that will be in some other video. Good night, everyone. That's it for me for today. If you're watching in the future, I hope the weather is nice. Perhaps I will see you in another stream or video.